Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, entrepreneur and vlogger Tai Lopez explains exactly why excuses don't yield results both in the business world and everyday life.
Do you know your exact life purpose? You know your destiny?
People should be thinking in the here and now rather than waiting to pursue things we are passionate about. We should look at the world from a physics-based perspective and argue from first causes instead of analogies. Basically, expanding our imaginations and the way we view common issues.
You know, we learn so many things that we don't need in school.
Thinking with analogies only holds us back. We need to work smarter, not harder. Rather than finding excuses, focus on newer, more efficient ways to finish the job.
Understands the basics of how to invest your money.
Lopez wishes he had known at 18 years old that he should buy real estate. We shouldn't make excuses about our age and how much time we have to accumulate wealth. We should work hard toward earning passive income as early as possible. It doesn't matter who Lopez would ask. He would not want to switch lives with anyone. Only Tai Lopez knows what he wants and what he considers a good life.
Create financial independence for yourself this year. That should be your #1 goal.
He believes one must be optimized for health, wealth, love, and happiness. If we focus on these 4 things and make good, smart decisions, we are guaranteed success. We should think of all the ways to overcome stress as it is presented to us and act on them.
Life is very short. I see people going, oh, I'm 22, I only have, I have all the world in front of me. You don't. First of all, tomorrow's not guaranteed, but more importantly, the age with which people are starting to become entrepreneurs. I read there's a kid, he made a nuclear power plant in San Francisco. He's 17 years old. That's your new competitor. So increase your sense of urgency as an intangible.
People who are successful have extraordinary imaginative vision, and Elon Musk calls it a more complicated term, which is arguing from first causes, not analogy. So here's what arguing from analogy or not having extraordinary imaginative vision. For all of us, we get stuck when we argue from analogy. Well, last time I started a business, it failed. Last time I trusted somebody, they betrayed me. Well, that's good. That's arguing from analogy. That's just saying because it happened before, it's going to happen. It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you do it better. You double down on your brain, you learn from the mistakes of others and your mistakes, and the next thing, you create something new, and that's where wealth comes from. If you just work hard and forget to work smart, you're not going to accomplish much either. Who works harder? Day laborers or Steve Jobs or Elon Musk? Now, we need day laborers. I'm not looking down on them, but I'm saying this. If you talk about who accomplishes more, it's not just the people who work hard, it's the people who work smart. If you get out of an airplane, you're at the airport, and you're in a city you've never been in, use GPS. That navigation will shorten the time. Sure, you could just work hard and drive around and try to find it on your own, but why not use a GPS? Why not do it the short way? And I just tell you, one of my big regrets, somebody should have told me at 18 years old, because you could buy real estate. You could buy real estate before you're 18 in most countries. But at least at 18, someone should have said, buy your first property at 18. And the next one, even if you only buy one a year, you start accumulating. That's how you get wealthy. That's how you increase your net worth. That's how you become not a slave to the financial system. The average person in the United States, and this goes for many countries, saves about $5 for every $100 they work for. They only keep 5. The rest goes to taxes. It goes to rent. It goes to car payments and insurance companies and all this stuff. And left with $5. You can be on that treadmill for the rest of your life. People whine and they complain, and I was whining and complaining, I still do sometimes, but what I realized is don't hate the player, hate the game, and learn how to play the game of life and the game of financial freedom. And that's what this is about,
You can only pick one thing that you want out of life, and if you pick the wrong thing, you'll never really be successful. Let me back up. My mentor, Joel Salted, said, the worst thing in life is to get older and realize you got good at the wrong thing. And I see people that are very wealthy, but I don't admire them. I live here in Beverly Hills, there's billionaires all up and down the street. Doesn't mean I would trade lives for them. In fact, the best test is, I call it the exchange test. Would you trade lives? And the reason that almost anybody I meet, I wouldn't trade lives for them, it's not because they're not smart, it's not because they're not good people, it's because, one simple thing, they're optimizing for the wrong thing.
If you're experiencing tremendous pressure, stress, it could be financial, you don't have enough money, things aren't working out for you in your life, listen very carefully. This is what they should have taught us in elementary school, junior high, high school. This is what our parents should have taught us. I didn't grow up with a perfect background. I didn't grow up with, I was born to a single mom. My dad was in prison, lived my teenage years, a lot of them in a mobile home. And so what I'm about to tell you is like literally what I've spent my life up to this point learning from 5 millionaire mentors. If you do not have a roadmap to success, I can pretty much predict your future. I just want to tell you the good news and the bad news. The good news is if you're under tremendous pressure, stuff seems to not be working out for you, the good news is there's light at the end of the tunnel if you go down the right tunnel. There is a solution. There is a better day for you. There is. But when you go down the wrong tunnel, which is what most people are being led down in this modern world, it's only darkness there. People go, oh, things will get better. No, if you go down the wrong tunnel, there's no light.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing for more motivational videos.